Hello my beautiful Virgos. Welcome to my channel, Irish Donna Tarot. My name is Donna Wilder-Hart and we are here to look at advice from Spirit on how to manifest a better life path. Alright, so we look at the Archangel, Haniel, is giving you the advice to embrace the imperfections of life. Well, Virgo, you're the sign of the perfectionist, so I think that is very, very fitting. I think it's very good advice. I'm a Virgo rising, so I understand. Michael, Archangel Michael, is saying you have nothing to prove, Virgo. You have nothing to prove. All right, there is some situation that I see in the oracle cards that I'm going to offer advice about. You'll know what it is. It will be different for everyone. But this is the waxing crescent moon, and the card is realization. It's like a big keyhole to the world. And basically what this is a key to your success, the key to your happiness is to really do some deep thinking at this time about the things that you like in your life and your contribution to those, the things that you don't like in your life and your contribution to those. It's really asking you to look at yourself in a very realistic way and to just let go of those things that don't serve you. And that is your advice in terms of just how to get what you want in life. Now this is a beautiful card and a beautiful energy. We see, oh sunny day. And it really is all about this point in your life that you're at right now, Virgo, that you have a lot of good luck. We even have ladybugs here in the reading. We have two little ladybugs. And we really see that at this time, you can embrace new beginnings. And all you have to do is forget about yesterday. It's really about living in the moment and embracing what's new and just let go of your regrets. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just let up. You know, it is what it is, and now you have a sunny new day on which to start. And you have, that's basically like the Wheel of Fortune card turning in your favor. In Two Minds is a very adorable card. The fairy, you have some fairies around you who are playing games a little bit because fairies are very, very playful. Right now, you're in a decision-making time in your life in which 5 and 1 is 6. You're really trying to achieve some stability, and you don't know, you can't make up your mind about something right now. But here's the advice from Spirit, quite beautifully and handily. It is in the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. It will all happen in due time. When we look at the card of the mirror, I really feel as though the mirror, along with the card of realization, is basically calling on you to look at things in your life that you like and don't like objectively and figure out where you play a part in any negative energy, where you play a part in the success of something. And the mirror energy is very much about being careful not to be narcissistic. You know, don't always assume you're always right because nobody's always right. Don't assume that you're always doing the right thing and that everybody else is wrong, because mirrors can shatter, mirrors can reflect back the truth, mirrors can give you, you know, they can be like mirrors at the carnival. So what it's really saying is don't get caught up too much in your image of yourself. Don't fall in love with some image that you have that's going to hold you back from being humble and grateful, but also being gentle with yourself. Oh, Virgo, you're hardest on yourself usually, harder than, you know, anybody else ever is on you. But really, this is just calling you to let go, relax. And now we're going to look at the part of the reading that's all about your 12 houses on the astrology house, on the astrology wheel, excuse me. I am an astrologer. And this is all about what's coming ahead in the month. This reading is timeless. It's yours when it resonates if you find it. And what we're seeing here is that right now you're feeling very defensive. Now this is your physical body. So right now it really shows that you're appearing to the public, to other people, as being very guarded. Whatever situation has brought you to look at this reading, it shows that you have like a defensive posture, that nobody thinks that you're particularly calm or happy. Everybody feels like you've really got your walls up right now. So let's look and see what Spirit is going to say to us about that advice in terms of how you project yourself out into the world right now. Okay, so it does appear that many of you have had some confusion in your relationships. Someone who thought you were making an offer, they thought you were making an offer and you actually weren't making an offer. And so it does appear that for some of you, someone is taking something for granted. The Empress card, there is this sort of assumption right now with somebody around you that they assume that you have a future together. This is your first house and your seventh house of relationships, so they go together. So what we're seeing is someone who you have your walls up realization, because you didn't make the offer that this person thinks you made. So it just says, you know, walk carefully, tread carefully. This person is, the Empress energy is beautiful energy. It is the energy of manifestation. So you can manifest this beautiful entity into your life if you like it. It can also describe you and your ability to manifest. But it also says that you should be a little bit cautious right now as you are, because something isn't quite being reflected, you know, mirror. It's not quite reflecting the reality of what you put out in the universe, and somebody's making some assumptions. So let's look at your seventh house here. The seventh house energy is, the seventh house energy is all about partners, life partners. It can be about people with whom you partner in business. It can be doctors, lawyers, anybody who's critical as being a team member in your life to help you get ahead. So we have here with this energy, this person is bringing in some devil energy, okay? The devil energy means they kind of want to control things. The Page of Cups says, you know, reverse says that they're not well grounded. This person's a little bit, you know, they're not really seeing the reality. The Four of Coins says that, you know, they're not really going to hold on to you. But the Nine of Cups says that they have some wishes about the relationship with you that they would like fulfilled. Now, you know, we're going to look at relationship at the end of the reading too, but let's look and see how you are presenting, what you can do about this energy of this person who's really assuming a lot that you may not actually be, you know, very interested in. So the Magician card indicates that you don't want to manifest this relationship for whatever reason. The Death card, you don't want to end your relationship with the person, but it also indicates that you're going to distance yourself. So, you know, so you don't have an awkward moment here. You have to be very careful about what you say, what you do, so that this person doesn't cling on to you with this sort of devil kind of toxic energy. So, in terms of business, let's look at business specifically for you in terms of, how you're presenting yourself. Beautiful. If you are out looking for a new job, looking for a new business opportunity, you look good, you smell good, everybody thinks you look great, everybody wants to know your name. The Two of Cups says you are very popular right now. This really tells me that you have the ability to manifest whatever relationships you want in any of the areas of your life that you would like them. Okay, so we have, again, the person over here. Different people are seeing themselves as the stars. They're not really seeing that the cups that you're offering them are not really Three of Cups, Three of Wands. Yes, you care about them, but you're not at the place they're at. So, you know, you go in, you ride in really quickly. This is Cancerian energy, as is the Two of Cups. You very kindly and diplomatically should straighten out the information so that nobody is confused about what the score is in this situation. And that looks like it will really, really make a difference in helping you manifest here at the end of the reading. the outcome that you're seeking. The King of Cups energy is the second house in this particular reading. This is your money house. You have something, you are very much in love with your life right now. You have manifested a great deal of what you want. You have very good relationships, Virgo. You know, you're really there for the people that you love. You're sort of the Rock of Gibraltar. You know, this King of Cups is very calm, loves unconditionally. It's Scorpio energy. You know, you're the one that everybody calls when the chips are down. But it also says that right now you don't get reciprocity a lot from the people that you help. And so what we're seeing here is that the advice of Spirit is to pull back on what you give to others, okay? Because what we have is we have you giving everything, and then the Eight of Wands, which is people giving back to you, is reversed. So let's look and see what the clarifiers are. Why is the King of Cups here for your second house? I think you're doing well. Financially, you seem to be comfortable. The Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor. Excellent. Sagittarius energy. The timing is right. What are the opportunities with this timing for money for my beautiful Virgos? Well, you're not ready to actually act right now. The Eight of Swords says that you're not quite ready to act, but what's the best you can manifest if you do? Okay. Well, you're smart. You're going with the flow. What it says is the timing is not right at this time to make an investment, and you are just going to go with the flow and hold off. Self-imposed restriction, something that you know about a situation, even though it is a lucky situation overall, is not something you necessarily want to do. The timing in your viewpoint will be just as good later as it is now. The 8th house, somebody around you has lied to you or has failed to tell you the truth. And so what we get when we get the Eight of Wands reversed and we get the Ace of Swords reversed is that there was a flow of information that was coming to you that was very helpful in terms of your ability to have a partner in your life that earned money. And we're getting the release, the 10 of Wands. You're carrying a burden. You're going to continue to carry that burden for probably about 3 months. So you may have had a partner who lost a job, who's out of work, who's just not making money in the same way they used to. King of Swords energy, it could be somebody in the tech field, the medical field, somebody who has to work in a way that they're not overly emotional. So I see that as people who are like judges, lawyers, tech people, people whose jobs or their lives would be endangered if they were too emotional. So I do see that a partner's money right now, yep, there we go, 5 of coins popped out. So that could be a roommate if you count on somebody else to pay rent with you or to buy a home with you. Again, that can be partners, a partner's money. So that does look like it's an area of stress at this time, but you know, you look like you're doing very well, and you're going to come into good fortune in this coming month. All right, so we have the 6 of coins. That is the 3rd house of contracts. Equal give and take in a contract, right? So we're seeing 2 of cups. So you very much, the 3rd house is Gemini energy. The natural ruler of the 3rd house is Gemini, which is contracts, neighbors. It can be any kind of agreement, any kind of communication, but you want equal give and take no matter what you're doing. This is also, it does indicate that you could probably get quite a good deal if you were to decide to buy some property. It looks as though the contract process would go very comfortably for you. And for those of you who want a partner who's very enlightened, who's following the same spiritual path as you, you have the 2 of cups. You have manifestation. The 6 of coins in terms of a contract, again, we have Cancerian energy. You may be wishing to buy a home for yourself, and it looks as though that will go really well. You are being very secretive, though, about your plans. If it is investment money, It is beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful investment for you. And it looks as though you could get other very successful investors with you if you were to decide to do that. Again, you know, everything is within your power because ultimately we are responsible for our actions. But the timing and the opportunities are really great this month for you, Virgo. Things that you've never thought of before, things that never occurred to you, you know, are going to leave you feeling a lot happier and a lot less defensive. You don't feel as though you have to fight for everything. As time goes on here in the next month, yes, the increases, you will have increases in money coming from other sources. It also indicates that you may have a big payoff in the area of investments, inheritance, anything like that. It could be, you know, getting a buyout from an employer, you know, saying, hey, look it, you know, we're gonna give you a chunk of change if you'd like to leave the employment and go out on your own. All right, so now we're looking at the 5th house and the 11th house. Beautiful energy. The 5th house is all about personal romance, children, projects. It's about writing screenplays, having babies, cooking, having parties. It's all about creativity, romance, fun, laughter, joyfulness. It's gambling also. So right now with the 5 of Pentacles, we would look at that and say it's not a good time to gamble. You know, you may leave your money somewhere. It's also, don't be too risky. Don't take big risks in terms of your assets. You know, don't treat money that you've saved to buy a house sort of as something you'd throw into a sudden, unexamined kind of investment. The 9 of Wands says that right now, happiness and joy and love, they're coming to you, but you have had a pause in that area of your life. You know, again, a lot of us are not with the people that we love. The Ace of Cups says new love is coming in. And it does look like for most of you, you have had a breakup of some sort. And the 9 of Wands says that it's very much on your mind right now, but we have love coming in for you. Love is here. This person still loves you. The Moon card reversed means that they're going to reveal their feelings in the near future. So that's really beautiful energy. You're going to get to know answers that you didn't have before. And what is the best course of action for Virgo in this arena? All right, it says, okay, you're going to invest, but not too quickly. So that is Virgo energy. Here you are once again in your own reading, Virgo. It just says invest, but, you know, invest slowly and steadily as opposed to all at once. Okay, the 4 of Wands here energy is beautiful energy in terms of what's going to happen in your love life. That is a marriage card. And so when we look at the 11th house, you may be attending somebody's wedding. You may be planning a wedding. I do get that there will be a delay. There is some sort of gathering or celebration that you may have a decision-making chance to be in. Also, it could be friends. If friends are getting married and you're in the wedding, it's very likely that they're going to delay the celebration. And it looks like it's a really smart idea. You know, whatever's going to happen is going to be great fun. It's better to wait. So we have the Hanged Man twice. So we see a delay here coming, searching for answers, doing some research. I like it. It's good energy. So now we have, I'm sorry, this was, I made a mistake. This is your 6th house of work. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I had it right. Okay. Sorry about that. So it really speaks to fun, romance, your romance, other people's romance, you know, whatever's going on. But if you are in a romantic relationship, it is very likely right now to lead to marriage, but I would say not for another year that you would know with certainty that this is your person. The Page of Wands reverse says you don't really want to talk about it with your person. That is actually quite wise at this point in time. Both of you feel, you know, you feel the energy. It feels really good, but you're not going to rush anything. Smart move. Okay. So we're looking at the Hanged Man energy, and that is the 6th house of everyday life. Some of you may be at home a lot more than you want to be. The Hanged Man really says you're taking a time out. So you could be in between jobs. You could be, you know, working seasonally. You could be in a situation where there's not a lot of work, depending on what you do for a living, but it really says that you're seeking enlightenment and answers. The Moon card does indicate that you and your co-workers feel very uncomfortable. You do not necessarily feel as though there's a lot of stability, but let's look and see, why is the Hanged Man here for everyday life for Virgos? This can also be being under the weather. This can be physically being ill. So the 6th house rules your physical health. It rules your everyday life, your work life. And with the Moon card here, it means that you and some of your friends could be suffering from, you know, although you've been alone a lot, it does look like you could be suffering some health issues. The Hermit card. Again, Virgo, you're reversed in your reading. So some of you might be ill and home watching this video because you can. What's a Hanged Man advice, please, Spirit? 3 of Swords. Okay. So I would say that there's some sort of loss. You know, this could be a job loss. It could be watching coworkers get laid while still keeping your job, since you're hanging around and they're not. So I would just say that work life is feeling awkward. It feels, you know, like you're at risk. But look at this energy. We have the house, the energy of this beautiful energy of the 12th house, which is happiness and joy, and your best friends again. You are abundant, you are happy. You know, it really says that you're spending a lot of time alone, you know, with COVID, but it looks as though you're going to have a chance. I would say that you're looking within 9 weeks, could be as long as 9 months though, that you're going to focus on your money for now, and then you're going to look at really celebrating in a big way later. Tell us, Spirit, what focusing on Virgo's money with a Virgo card means. The Knight of Pentacles. Well, you can't move as quickly as you usually do. So this means that right now you're feeling uncomfortable and uncertain about how things are going to go. But remember, we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the ladybugs and so forth. So if you're of 2 minds, go with the flow. This will resolve itself. I think mid-November is when Mercury is direct. That is your ruler. And look at this energy. I don't know what you're doing behind closed doors, Virgo, but it is sexy and it is fun. You have a partner with whom probably very few people know about, but you are having a very sexy, fun time, spending time with somebody who probably has been a long-term friend that may be on the verge of becoming your significant other. So it's really gorgeous energy. I love it for you, Virgo. Really beautiful. So I'm going to take a look at the, I do 2 like relationship readings. I do the dark side. If there's something troubling you, we're going to look at that in a relationship, and like the best and the worst, right? It's like saying the highs and the lows of the day. So the highs in terms of your relationship is that you have been in a situation where you've been working way too hard, and it does like you've been forced, not through choice, but been forced to slow down. Renewal means that you really have had to take care of yourself. I think for many of you, you know, you may have been ill or stressed out. You are releasing something. This is really beautiful energy. We have, you know, Judgment card. This is Scorpio energy twice. So we have, you know, letting go of something old, you know, releasing it. You know, you're working too hard, so you are being brought the opportunity to go after what you want, your rewards. Beautiful. You know, your rewards have already come. You've successfully balanced many priorities at once, and your determination and willpower will bring you public recognition as you manifest an amazing new opportunity, which is, you know, being bold, Be courageous, be optimistic. Now's the time to take action and really do what you want to do. So whatever that project was, whatever that idea was that you had for making money, based on your current skill set, based on the fact that you have great connections to do it, go out there. We're seeing mastery. Mastery is the message. You've learned the spiritual lesson, whatever you needed to master your relationships and your part in any kind of an action or relationship, be it business or personal. You've really, really done the work, Virgo. We have abundance. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. We see the great card of celebration, which is the 10 of Cups, happily ever after. Again, I feel as though for those of you who are in a situation where, you know, in this particular relationship, you feel defensive, it's moving in a way that you're not quite happy with, but here's the beauty of this. This is the dark side. You're going to have to use your energy to really speak very clearly to this lovely person here who's coming in too hot, who is coming in with too many expectations that are unrealistic. You're going to use Knight of Swords, tell this person the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, but you're going to do it very gently. The Page of Cups, very sweetly, you're going to give them something that they're not going to want to hear, but it sets you on a beautiful new path. You're able to defend your way of viewing a relationship that's unfolding. You're able to basically bring this person into a better sense of reality, to go with the flow, to let this develop. This is actually turned into more of a love reading than anything else, but new business and love. Love and money are the second house, and you are growing and prospering. 10 of Cups. I believe that right now, for those Virgos who are single, you're going to go from the 9 of Cups energy into the 10 of Cups, happily ever after. You're going to take your time. If you are planning on getting married already, you are going to probably delay that wedding. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. Beautiful life path. Have a really good month, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Sending you love from Chicago. Send some back. Please leave comments, like, share, subscribes, and any information about future readings and what you'd like to see. Thank you. Bye-bye.